Let's be honest, the world of AI is a daily fire hose of information. It's a lot. So today, we're going to cut through that noise. We're taking the latest Next in AI newsletter to find the real signals, the stuff that actually matters, giving you that full 360-degree view of what's happening.
Right? With this constant flood of updates, breakthroughs, and frankly, a lot of hype, it's so easy to get lost. So the question we're asking today is simple. What really matters? What are the big trends that are actually shaping the future of AI? Let's dig in.
We've broken this down into 3 key areas to make sense of it all. First, we'll hit the innovation frontier. That's the cool new tools in tech. Then we'll get into the human element, how this all affects us and society. And finally, we'll zoom out to the governance layer, where the big rules are being written.
Okay, let's jump right in at the innovation frontier. This is all about the tangible stuff, the new products, the platforms, and the seriously powerful hardware being rolled out as we speak.
The first thing you notice is just, wow. The speed of the startup scene is incredible. It's not just about who can build the biggest, most general model anymore. We're seeing a total explosion of super-focused AI tools designed to solve very specific problems. That's where the real value is right now.
And just look at the variety here. It is absolutely wild. You've got GitLaw, which is automating really complex legal documents, right next to Leela AI, which helps you learn a new language. The takeaway here is that AI isn't just one thing. It's becoming this core utility that's weaving itself into literally every single professional niche you can think of. Now, a huge concept driving a lot of these new tools is the autonomous AI agent. The best way to think about this is it's not a chatbot just sitting there waiting for your command. An agent can actually look at its environment, make its own decisions, and take action to get a job done. It's a massive shift from AI as just a tool to AI as a teammate. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi idea. It is happening right now. Amazon is putting agents directly into tools we use every day, like Slack. NVIDIA is building their agents to be secure by design. Because, hey, if these things are going to act on their own, we have to be able to trust them. Even OpenAI is building its next-gen video model Sora 2 with safety as priority #1 from the get-go. So you've got this absolute explosion in software, all these amazing new agents and models. But there's a catch. You can't have this kind of leap in software without a monster leap in hardware. These things are incredibly power-hungry, and they need a ton of processing power to run. And this really illustrates the problem we're facing. IEEE Spectrum pointed out that even our best modern PCs, that fancy new laptop you've got, they just can't keep up. They can't handle training or even running these models locally. And that's creating a whole new category of machine, the dedicated AI workstation, built from the ground up just for this stuff. Okay, so we have all this incredible new tech, but that brings up some really big questions, which leads us right into our second section, the human element. We've talked about the what, now let's talk about the how. How does all this actually impact us, our society, and even science itself? This quote from a recent research paper just hits the nail on the head. It gets right to the heart of one of the biggest challenges we face. As millions of us start using these tools, we have to deal with the fact that they can pick up on and even amplify the biases that are already out there in the world. It's a huge problem, and developers are working hard to fix it. And look, tackling that bias is absolutely critical. It's non-negotiable. But that's not the whole story when it comes to the human element. At the very same time, researchers are using this exact same technology to go after some of the biggest problems humanity has ever faced. And when we talk about big problems, it really doesn't get much bigger than this one. Cardiovascular disease is still the #1 killer around the globe. And a big reason for that is that interpreting the tests like EKGs and echoes is incredibly complicated, even for expert doctors. And that's where a brand new system called Marcus comes in. Now, it's described as an agentic, multimodal AI. All that really means is that it can understand different kinds of data, like images, text, and sensor readings, and then act on it. It's designed to be an expert co-pilot for cardiologists, giving them a complete analysis of heart tests to help them make faster, better diagnoses. But building something as powerful as Marcus isn't just about writing better code. It's about fundamentally changing how we think about knowledge itself. If we want AI to reason more like a human, we need better ways to structure information for it. One really cool new idea for this is called the semantic ladder. You can think of it like a translation service. It's a step-by-step process to take our messy, nuanced human language and turn it into the kind of strict, formal logic that a machine needs to actually reason. It's all about getting our knowledge into a format that AI can truly understand.
And all this talk about structure and rules, well, that is the perfect lead into our final section, the governance layer. Now we're going to zoom all the way out and look at the huge forces, the industry trends, and the government rules that are shaping the entire AI world.
So, one of the most interesting trends happening right now is this strategic push toward open source. It's a little counterintuitive, right? You'd think big tech companies would want to keep all their best stuff secret, but instead, they're sharing key pieces of their tech to get everyone to use it and to build a bigger community around it. NVIDIA's recent donation to the Kubernetes community is a perfect example. So, why does this matter? Well, by making this code open, they're basically giving a global community of developers the tools to build better ways to manage the GPUs that power pretty much all of AI. That helps everyone innovate faster.
And this creates a really fascinating tension. So at the exact same time that the developer community is opening things up from the bottom up, you have governments all over the world racing to create rules to control it from the top down. And you can see this showdown happening in real time with the EU AI Act. You have this classic conflict. On one side, the parliament is pushing hard for strict rules to protect fundamental rights. On the other side, the council is worried about stifling innovation and wants more business-friendly policies. This is the core dilemma for the entire industry. How do you balance safety with speed? And whatever happens here will likely set the tone for the rest of the world.
So, when you step back and you put all the pieces together, this is the picture of AI right now. It is not just one story, it's this dynamic, constant push and pull between lightning-fast innovation, some really deep questions about our society, and a global race to write the rulebook.
And that leaves us with one last big question to think about. As we move forward, which of these three powerful forces, the insane pace of innovation, the urgent need for ethics, or the global push for regulation, which one do you think will ultimately define AI's next chapter? Thanks for tuning in.